Thank you to Babbel for sponsoring. More on them at the end of the video. I'm sharing 3 secret planning hacks that are going to make your life more enjoyable today on the Daily Connoisseur. Hello everyone, Jennifer here and welcome back. I have another planner video for you today, and today I'm sharing 3 secret strategies that you could add to your planning routine that are going to make your life easier and more enjoyable. I want to start off with a quote by Douglas H. Everett, and he said, "There are some people who live in a dream world, and there are some who face reality, and then there are those who turn one into the other." So I love this quote a lot because I am the type of person who lives heavily in a dream world, but yet I have a lot of, hard realities that I have to face every day, and I don't want to give up those whimsical dreams that I have, the pleasurable aspect of my life that lives in my mind. And so I thought that this quote was perfect because we're going to meld the two today. Yes, you have the cold hard facts, the planning that you have to do on a daily basis, but how do we make it enjoyable? How do we make the tasks that we have to do pleasurable in order to enjoy our lives more? Because it shouldn't all just be drudgery. So let's start off with the first tip. Secret number 1 is to include a daily adventure in your planner. I got this idea from Ali Abdaal's channel, and I'll leave his exact video linked down below. When I heard this, I thought, oh my gosh, this speaks to me so much. And that's the secret with planning tips. You have to go with what resonates with you. So I love this because he originally got this idea from the book Make Time by Jake Knapp and John Zeratsky, and I'll leave that book linked down below. It's actually on my to-read list, but I haven't read it yet. But apparently in Make Time, they talk about a daily highlight. So this is going to be, the big important thing that you have to do each day. It's the highlight, it's the thing that maybe you should tackle first if you can, but it's the largest thing on your to-do list, the most important thing. Now, daily highlight, that speaks to me a bit, but when Ali Abdaal renamed it the Daily Adventure, that really spoke to me. Because who doesn't want adventure in their life? And I love repackaging things to make them more pleasurable, more exciting. So in your planner, you're going to figure out what your daily adventure is going to be. And you could highlight this in any way you want. You could say daily adventure and then write what it is, or you could put a star by it, or you could just circle it, or just know that that's the one major thing you have to do. Now, often with my planning day, my daily adventure is going to involve work. So it's going to be writing or creating a concept for a video. It's going to be some big concept like that I'm going to need to do each day. But sometimes the daily adventure is not going to be so artistic or even exciting. Sometimes your daily adventure is going to be to get through 5 loads of laundry. But do you see how when you reframe it like that, like looking at the 5 loads of laundry as an adventure rather than this horrible chore that I've been putting off for 5 days and now it's really intimidating. When you think about it like an adventure, it's not so bad. You reframe it in your mind. So you think, okay, yes, I have 5 loads of laundry that I need to get through. It's going to take several hours, but I'm listening to a really suspenseful thriller on an audiobook or a historical romance that you can't stop listening to. So you're going to reframe it. It's going to be an adventure, and you're going to fold your laundry and get through it in the most adventurous way possible. I love the daily adventure because it frames the task that you're doing in a positive light. The daily adventure will likely change every day, and sometimes it will be something exciting, sometimes it won't. But as long as you maintain that positive outlook that each day is an adventure, and this is the big adventure of the day, it's going to make your life more enjoyable. Secret planning strategy number 2 to make your life more enjoyable is to not try to remember everything. Okay, let me explain. So I know the term brain dump is not the most elegant term ever, but I'm talking about that here. The brain dump is going to help you. The brain dump into your planner is going to help you lead a more carefree life at ease. So here's something that happens to me several times throughout the day. I will remember something, or something will come up. I will schedule a call with someone the next day, or I'll need to bring cupcakes to my child's practice, or I need to run an obscure errand, like I need to go to the post office tomorrow, and I think I'm going to remember it. Well, I have learned over time that I'm not going to remember it, and then I'll get stressed about it. So what I do is stop everything. If something comes up, if something comes into my mind that I need to deal with later or on another day, I stop everything and I write it into my planner, and then I completely forget about it. This is absolutely critical to my well-being. Before doing this practice, here's what I would do. Let's say I promised to bring 24 brownies to my child's classroom next Tuesday, right? And I think in my head, okay, I can remember that. I'll remember on Sunday. I'll make them on Sunday or Monday morning, and then I'll bring them. And then I go about my week. And then suddenly things get hectic, and Monday night I realize I didn't make the brownies. So then I'm trying to go figure out the brownies, right? All of that causes stress. So for me, it's so crucial to immediately write it down. Now, if I'm not near my planner, what I do is I write it in the notes on my phone. And then at the end of the day, I always check my notes, and sometimes in there I'll write things from my commonplace book. Sometimes it will be from my planner, but either way, I check it out and I put it in. I find that this practice is essential because when you write it down and plan for it right away, you can forget about it and ease up your mind to enjoy the rest of your day. But if I don't do this, I have a subconscious anxiety. At the back of my mind, I'm worried that I'm going to forget. I tell myself I'm not, but there is that slight possibility I could forget, right? So subconsciously, I'm not fully able to relax because of this. But now I write it down, I forget about it, and I don't need to worry about it anymore. It's kind of like this. Let's say you had an international flight and you needed to wake up at 4 in the morning. And the night before, instead of setting your alarm for 4 a.m., you tell yourself, oh, I'll probably naturally wake up at 4 a.m. I don't need to set my alarm. You're probably not going to sleep very well that night because you're going to keep waking up, checking the time, wondering if you're going to oversleep, if you're going to miss your flight. And so you're not going to have a very good night's sleep. But the night before, if you just set your alarm for 4 a.m., right away, then you don't need to worry about it and you're probably going to have a better sleep. That's what it's like for me when I write down the things that come up throughout the day, because I can't tell you how many times I have opened my planner and I completely forgot about those 2 or 3 little things that I wrote down, and I'm so grateful that I wrote them down. When you practice this strategy, you're just able to enjoy your life more. Secret planning strategy number 3 to help you enjoy your life more is to schedule pleasure throughout your day. So don't only write down the drudgery things on your to-do list. We're reframing our daily tasks here, and when you turn your biggest task into the daily adventure, you are reframing it. Even though it might be to fold laundry for an hour, when you look at it like an adventure rather than drudgery, you are setting yourself up for a more enjoyable day. But what about adding things to your daily plan that you don't even need to reframe because they are just pure pleasure anyway, like tea time, or stopping work at 4:30, or adding 30 to 40 minutes of reading, or playing the piano, or going on a nature walk, or spending time in the garden? You get the idea. Whatever sings to you. I just listed the things that I like to do. But I went through an entire decade in my 30s where I burnt out. I burnt the candle at both ends. I did not rest. I talk about this all the time because I know that I'm not the only one who goes through this, and especially for women, because we have such long to-do lists that we always take our own pleasure off the table because it's like the lowest priority. But I'm here to remind you that it is actually quite a high priority because you're the one doing all of these things. You need to be taken care of. You need to be well rested, happy, and fulfilled. So I like to schedule in these pleasurable things in my planner. And doing that gives it gravity. It makes you take it seriously. For example, if you'd like to take some time for yourself in the afternoon to read a book or just have a cup of tea or go out into the garden, but you don't write it down, well, when you get busy, you're not even going to remember that you wanted to do that earlier in the day. So you should definitely write it down. And that's going to give you something to look forward to each day. When you take care of yourself and plan self-care into your daily life, you are prioritizing that with the other things, and they are, I truly believe, equally important. I'm going to end now by sharing Babbel with you, who have kindly sponsored today's video. Babbel is one of the top language learning apps in the entire world. One fun thing you can add to your daily planning routine is working on learning a new language, and our wonderful sponsor, Babbel, not only helps you learn language through real-life conversation, but they also help you start speaking the new language in 3 weeks. The lessons are designed by real language teachers. Babbel offers a 20-day money-back guarantee. They have a few different subscriptions to choose from, including a lifetime subscription. You know, I love to brush up on my French so that I don't lose it, and I love using Babbel for this. Here's an example of me doing one of their lessons.
Elle habite à Dijon.
Elle habite à Dijon.
Non, nous ne parlons pas allemand.
Non, nous ne parlons pas allemand.
My favorite thing about Babbel is how practical it is. I'm learning more from Babbel than I was from my college French classes. Babbel just speaks to me more. It's just more real life conversation. I would love to know what language you would like to learn and why. Click the link in the description or scan the QR to get 60% off on your subscription during their spring sale. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I would love to hear your thoughts about these planning strategies. Do you plan to implement them in your life? What is your experience like if you already use them? Let us know in the comments section down below. As always, keep calm and remain classy, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.